For the life of me, my friends, I cannot understand how this story has persisted for this many days. Elon Musk was speaking at a rally, and he grasped his chest and he flung his arm out and said, "My heart goes out to all of you."
That's "My heart goes out to you." Here's what he did the other day. I think it's pretty clear. Did he or did he not? Was it or was it not? Wasn't it the heart symbol? One Elon Musk who did a Nazi salute, not once, but twice, very distinctly. You know, one of those things where like historians, scholars, people who study the Holocaust, they were immediately like, yes, that was a Nazi salute. Germany collectively, like they were like, yes, that's a Nazi salute. That you can't do that in Germany, kind of shit. But Republicans, right-wingers, GOP, Christian fascists, and good old-fashioned people who love jumping in front of Elon Musk's metaphorical bullets that head his way, they were all like, what? No. Everyone, if you catch them in a certain frame, makes it look like they're doing it too. See, here's AOC doing it. Okay, fine, but he wasn't doing the Nazi salute. He was doing the Roman salute. Okay, fine. Wasn't the Roman? He was doing "My heart goes out to you." He said it before he did it, and so he was putting his hand over his heart, but before he did an incredibly definitive Nazi salute. That not only did it look like he was preparing to do, but he did it with a lot of gusto, shall we say. Everyone's trying to downplay it. It would be one thing if it was just a random person out of nowhere who has absolutely no history of racism, spreading accounts that do Holocaust denial, buying a social media app and then allowing all the Nazis to flood it, unbanning actual neo-Nazi figures, or agreeing with straight up anti-Semitic racist conspiracy theories publicly, and then trying to do an entire I'm not actually a racist apology tour by going to Auschwitz. That's Elon Musk. He has a very long history of anti-Semitism, of racism, and so a person who's been doing Nazi shit for a long time, doing a Nazi salute, surprises me not. But now there's a real strong effort to normalize it. Don't let people normalize this. And also, what's more important than him doing the salute is the fact that he's directly working with an administration that he helped get elected that is pushing fascistic policies. We've already seen them. Day one, Trump signing his executive orders, he is directly targeting immigrants. He is directly targeting LGBTQ plus people. He is directly targeting minorities. He's directly targeting now indigenous people. The same shit that Nazis did. Yes, they are trying to push through fascistic policies while he is doing Nazi salutes, and they're trying to collectively gaslight the entire world into thinking, oh, that's not what happened. Today, he was making jokes about the whole thing. He has yet to formally deny it, by the way. Because if someone was like, hey, Lance, yesterday when you were on stream, someone clipped you out of context, and it looks like you were maybe trying to wave, but the clip makes it look as if you were doing a Nazi salute, the first thing I would do is say, I would never do a Nazi salute. You know why? Fuck the Nazis. That's why. It's pretty easy to do right there. You know, it's not a difficult thing. But if it's something that you were trying to get away with, well, then of course you would keep on making jokes, say it was a meme, saying, oh, everyone calls you Hitler. It's so boring now. It's just Hitler, Hitler, Hitler. No one's calling you Hitler. No one called you Hitler. We said you did a Nazi salute because you did a Nazi salute twice.
For the life of me, my friends, I cannot understand how this story has persisted for this many days. Elon Musk was speaking at a rally, and he grasped his chest and he flung his arm out and said, "My heart goes out to all of you." Now, on the left, they said it was patently a fascist Nazi salute. It's funny because the actual term is the Roman salute, and many leftists were like, don't call it a Roman salute, it's a Nazi.
No, it's a Nazi salute. You know, when things get reappropriated and then, mass adopted by, say, a horrifying genocidal fascistic movement, such as the Nazis, you would call it a Nazi salute. The Nazis adopted it from the Romans. That's true. By the way, also fascists. That's not a defense either. In both cases.
Nazi salute. And it's like, well, yes, but the official term is Roman salute. Just like the communists had the red salute, which is you raise your fist with fingers pointed outwards with your arm at a 90-degree angle. And the communists in China still use this as they are joining the party. The red salute, we call it, exists. And I believe
that was a sentence that absolutely made no sense. They're joining the party?
It is also bad. And here's the funny thing. For the love of all that is holy, Elon Musk was not doing a Nazi salute, okay? And I will explain.
I'll also have you know that he, like Tim Pool, in basically the human centipede of misinformation, has been doing this his entire career. Even before he was as like far right and radical as he is now, he was one of the people back in the day who was trying to downplay when the alt-right or when the Groypers or any of the fucking, you know, the far right individuals online were doing things like the OK symbol or the clown emoji. They like, he has an entire segment where he's trying to be like, apparently you are like a far right extremist if you do the OK symbol. Yeah, that's a whole thing now. Not like we can see something really benign that every single person has done at some point in their lives. And it's like, that's the point. The alt-right laid that like entire pathway out very clearly. They were trying to take things that are generally benign in society, OK symbol, clown, drinking milk, things like that, and then turn them into dog whistles, into coded messages to each other, to be able to signal to each other publicly without outright saying, hi, how are you? Good, I'm a Nazi. Oh, I'm not. Oh shit, I shouldn't have said that out loud. Now you know. This way they can signal to each other. And anyone who calls them out on it, you can just do, oh, memes, irony. It's just jokes. It's just jokes. Well, now he's doing that for the goddamn fucking Nazi salute. There is no coding of the message. This is no longer a dog whistle. This is a fucking Nazi salute.
Very simply, because I don't want to waste time on the stupid story. The story is very funny, though, and we'll get into all of it. Elon Musk accidentally, I don't even know if accidental is the right word, unintentionally, I'd call it, made a gesture that resembles what the Nazis would do. Oh, heavens me. He put his hand to his chest and he flung his arm out, right? And a lot of people are putting this next to videos of actual Nazi salutes. There is something that many people are forgetting because there are these viral tweets where it's like, I'm a historian and I can tell you that was the actual salute. Hand on the heart and an arm up, that proves.
Yeah, I think the historians probably know more about this than you, Tim. I think they might, like, again, yeah, it wasn't just a historian. It was a fuck ton of historians online. They were like trying to preface what they were saying prior to know, because people like you were going to make videos like this. They would usually start with, hi there, I'm a historian, I specialize in World War II history, or hey there, I'm a historian, I specialize in genocide and the Holocaust. Hi there, I'm a historian. That was absolutely 100% like unequivocally a Nazi salute. They wanted to be incredibly clear about that, because otherwise there might be weird ass YouTubers like yourself who are going to go on there and be like, yeah, well, he sounded like this in my head.
Did they also mention legs together? You click your legs together, you put your hand to your chest, and you throw your arm up and then issue a declaration. Just because someone touches their chest and puts their hand up does not mean they did a Nazi salute. And now, of course, all of the people that want it to be the case, there are neo-Nazis, white nationalists, etc., who are like, yeah, let's go, Elon. And communists going, oh, the fascists are taking over. And moderates.
No, we're like, hey, by the way, you're trying to normalize this shit. It's not a surprise to me that all of the main big, you know, fucking leaders of far-right movements, they were all so excited about this. Nick Fuentes was so excited. He's like, hell yeah, love that Hitler energy. Good job, Elon. Way to go. Yes.
They're like, Elon, come on. You know what I mean? Now, AOC is mad at the Anti-Defamation League because, my friends, here's the easiest way to understand it. The ADL, there's another group that's called, like, Watch Anti-Semitism. These pro-Jewish groups are like, dude, Elon did not do a Hitler salute.
So this happens to be one organization, and multiple other Jewish organizations called them out for this because they're like, what the fuck? An organization, by the way, that in the past, Elon Musk has directly targeted. I don't know if everyone's memory is too short. I will be bringing that up in a little bit, but let's see the examples of AOC.
That's so good. I tweeted, look how shocked that dude is at AOC doing the Roman salute.
Now, there's a pathway here, the downplaying thing, right? So some people are trying to go with, by the way, this is a Roman salute, 100%. Stop using the word Nazi. We don't want it to be directly associated with this. Andrew Tate just straight up did it and tried to be like, you know what, we should be able to do this. Fuck that. This is like every other form of censorship. You know, why shouldn't we be able to do this? There was a reason why accounts like Libs of TikTok and a lot of other big accounts immediately do what they always do when there happens to be a far right figure who was doing a Nazi salute. They start showing you single stills, and they'll be like, hey, well, here's an example. And then it's like, well, why don't you play the fucking videos? And there was so much call out about that this time. Libs of TikTok did. Libs of TikTok was like, okay, fine, I'll upload the video. Here you go. And everyone's like looking at the video like, yeah, do you realize how these things are different? How just waving or waving to people or making points emphatically is very different than intentionally doing a Nazi salute, especially when you have a long documented history of both promoting Nazis, promoting Holocaust deniers, doing anti-Semitism yourself, spreading anti-Semitic conspiracies, being a racist, being a Nazi. Well, then, yeah, they're two incredibly different situations.
It's a picture of AOC reaching in for a hug. That's it. You can see the hand down here, and I'm joking. That was the intention, to make a point that there are 1,000,001 instances where people have raised their arms in this way and have been accused of doing a Roman salute. But it's usually only when someone who is, like, I don't know, not a leftist raises their hand for whatever reason, they're called a Nazi. So in this image, I don't know, I saw this picture, and there's someone coming in, and you can see their hand reaching for AOC, and she's putting her hand up because she's likely going to grab for a hug. But her right arm is extended, her hand is out, as if she's doing the salute. And then look at this man's face. He's shocked. He's like, oh, I can't believe AOC is doing the Roman salute. It's stupid. And we've all wasted our time. Now, AOC's mad.
Well, no, but you're trying to downplay it, right? And dilute it. And that's what everyone on the right was doing. Basically the exact same thing, being like, it's not. Here's examples of other people doing it. You can't say that it's what you think it is.
Russian TV blurs out Elon Musk's Nazi salute. This is where, instead of saying, initially they said Elon under fire for awkward gesture. There you go.
Yeah,
there's a picture. They have more pictures. There you go. There you go. That's not what Elon did. That's not the Roman salute. Okay. You put your hand up. And then we have this, the Bellamy salute. Heavens me.
Good.
1941. What? The Nazis were in power at the time. And here are a bunch of little kids doing what's called the Bellamy salute to the American flag. Palm out salute created by James B. Upham, a gesture that was to accompany the Pledge of Allegiance. It is known as the flag salute. During a period when it was used the Pledge of Allegiance, Bellamy promoted the salute, and it became to associated with the name. Both the pledge and its salute originated in 1892. 1890, well before the Nazis. Heavens me. Was Elon doing the Bellamy salute? No, he wasn't. He said later during the 20s and 30s, Italian fascists and Nazi Germans adopted a salute which was very similar, attributed to the Roman salute, a gesture that was popularly believed to have been used in ancient Rome. This resulted in controversy over the use of the Bellamy salute in the United States. It was officially replaced by the hand over heart salute when Congress amended the flag code. So, dare I say, I can't.
How do you read sentences out loud and not learn anything from them? It just explained it to you. So, do you notice that no one, like, in the modern era, in the West, will put swastikas up unless they're neo-Nazis? We'll put swastikas on t-shirts, we'll put it on buildings. But have you ever traveled to other countries and suddenly seen what you think is a swastika, and then someone will correct you and be like, oh, that's actually the Buddhist symbol. Oh, yeah, because that was appropriated by Hitler, and he used that symbol, yeah, it's just so associated with Nazism, fascism, the horrifying genocide and atrocities the Nazis committed, that no one in their right mind would ever try and get away with wearing it here unless they were a Nazi, because why else would you do that? Was there another, like, I'm sure the idea of actually trying to learn something from this article or scrolling down maybe a little bit more to understand why it exactly stopped being used. In the 1920s, Italian fascists adopted the Roman salute to symbolize their claim to have revitalized Italy on the model of ancient Rome. A similar ritual was adopted by the German Nazis, creating the Nazi salute. Controversy grew in the US on the use of the Bellamy salute, given its similarity to the fascist salutes. School boards in the country revised the salute to avoid the similarity. There was a counter backlash from the United States Flag Association and the Daughters of the American Revolution, who felt it inappropriate for Americans to have to change the traditional salute because foreigners had adopted a similar gesture. Like, what a surprise. From 1939 until the attack on Pearl Harbor, critics of Americans who argued against intervention in World War II produced propaganda using the salute to lessen those American reputations. Amongst the anti-interventionist Americans was an aviation pioneer, Charles Lindbergh. The picture of him appearing to do the Nazi salute are actually pictures of him using the Bellamy salute. In his Pulitzer Prize-winning biography, Lindbergh, author A. Scott Berg explains the interventionist propagandist would photograph Lindbergh and other isolationists using the salute from the angle that left out the American flag, so it would be indistinguishable from observers from the Nazi salute. On June 22nd, 1942, at an urging of the American Legion and the Veteran for Foreign Affairs, Congress passed Public Law 77623, which codified the etiquette used to display the Pledge of Allegiance to the flag. This included the use of the palm-out salute, specifically that the pledge be rendered by standing on the right hand over the heart, extending the right hand palm outward towards the flag at the words, "to the flag," while holding the position until the end, when the hand drops to the side. Congress did not discuss or take into account the controversy over the use of the salute. Congress later amended the code on December 22nd, 1942, when it passed Public Law 77829. AKA, yes, things were bad, and so bad that there was an entire world war fought over defeating fascism, defeating the Nazis, and defeating fascism globally, defeating the fascism of the Japanese Empire as well, that the very idea of using the same symbols and the same salutes that they use today would only be done by people who want to directly associate with those movements. That's why you don't see the rising sun, being put on cars and t-shirts and shit. It's why you don't see the swastika being used by anyone other than those who want to be identified with Nazis. So in this case, if you're doing a very, very clear and distinct Nazi salute, it's because you want to be identified as a Nazi, or you want to push the boundaries with people and see how far you can get away with this and how many people are going to work in overtime to try and downplay the severity of it. Elon Musk boosts German far-right party with live event on X. The publicity was a potential boon for the AfD, which has been frozen out of mainstream politics in part because its leaders have downplayed Nazi atrocities. A neo-Nazi helped incite UK riots. Elon Musk criticized his sentencing. Andrew McIntyre, a British extremist who played a key role in fomenting last summer's unrest, was sentenced last week to 7 years in jail. Elon Musk's X is a thriving hub for Nazi support and propaganda, with paid subscribers sharing speeches by Adolf Hitler and content praising his genocidal regime. NBC News found that at least 150 paid premium subscriber X accounts and thousands of unpaid accounts have posted or amplified pro-Nazi content on X in recent months, often in apparent violation of the rules. The paid accounts posting the content all consistently posted anti-Semitic or pro-Nazi material. Examples include praise of Nazi soldiers, sharing of Nazi symbols, and denials of the Holocaust. The pro-Nazi content is not confined to the fringes of the platform. During one 7-day period in March, 7 of the most widely shared pro-Nazi posts on X accrued 4.5 million views in total. One post with 1.9 million views promoted a false and long-debunked conspiracy theory that 6 million Jews did not die in the Holocaust. More than 5,300 verified and unverified accounts reshared that post, and other popular posts were shared hundreds of times apiece. X's policies ban glorifying violence, a broad prohibition that X is sometimes used to take down pro-Nazi content and accounts. The rules also ban praising violent entities and say the platform will apply labels to hate imagery and swastikas. But NBC News found that X does not appear to be enforcing these policies consistently. Now, is Elon Musk actually doing the Nazi salute? The answer is yes. And why would he do something like that? Because he's a racist and he's an anti-Semite. And if you want evidence, here's some. Charles Weber says, "To the cowards hiding behind the anonymity of the internet and posting Hitler was right, you got something you want to say? Why don't you say it to our faces?"
I didn't teach you that. You hide behind your screen, spewing all this hatred and ugliness. You got something you want to say? Get out of the truck and say it to their faces.
So, this is a Jewish person basically calling out Nazis and being like, fuck you. To which someone replies, okay, Jewish communities have been pushing the exact kind of dialectical hatred against whites that they claim they want people to stop using against them. I'm deeply disinterested in giving the tiniest shit now about Western Jewish populations coming to the disturbing realization that those hordes of minorities that support flooding their country don't exactly like them too much. You want the truth said to your face? There it is. And Elon Musk replies, and it's still up to this day, you have said the actual truth. He is not taking it down. This was the moment that a whole bunch of corporations were like, yikes, they pulled off. They pulled away. They stopped advertising on X altogether because, yeah, it looks like the guy who runs it is agreeing with a massive anti-Semitic racist-ass conspiracy publicly. And again, has not yet deleted it. I looked it up today. It's still up there. This was so bad that Elon Musk eventually had to do his apology tour and, went to Auschwitz and, tried to show the world that he, in fact, is not some kind of crypto-Nazi who has been effectively trying to push and retweet people who are Holocaust deniers, even though that's exactly what he is and what he does. So, again, if it was someone who completely out of context had done absolutely nothing up until the very point that he, did the "my heart goes out to you" salute moment, you might have a little bit of grace to give him. But it turns out he even knows the difference. Whoa. What's that? One more time for the Nazis in the back. That's "my heart goes out to you." Here's what he did the other day. I think it's pretty clear. I bet you already drink coffee and love coffee, but you're probably worried if your coffee has blood in it. Not literal blood, but conflict zone blood. Did you want to buy coffee that is not only going to be delicious, it's going to arrive right on your door, it helps a little bit fund the serfs, and also it's end-to-end indigenous owned. That's why I partnered with Solstice Coffee, and hey, if you order by going to serfscoffee.com, they even include a free sticker, which is pretty awesome. So there's really no reason to actually not replace the coffee you already drink with delicious ethical coffee. That's why you should check out serfscoffee.com.
Hey, if you'd like to unlock secret bonus episodes as well as uncensored content, go to patreon.com/theserfs. This show is produced by Anna Loves Riley, Arian McCarthy, Cheryl Alvarez, Comrade Junkie, Doug Caddy, Everything Important, Hagbard Celine, Jimmy Sombrero, Multimondi, Omni, Political Puppy, Preston Kroll, Quiet 185, Riley and Anna, Roller Dragon, Cernicus, Stellar Gwyn, Sebastian Demmel, Travis McClinton, Trincel, Words Greenwood, with additional support coming from all of these amazing human beings right here.